Okay, so now let's speak about the benefits of Himalayan Kriya Yoga. And the biggest, most profound benefit is its effect on your energy body. So imagine your energy body like pipes, plumbing in a house, and the energy or prana like the water flowing through the pipes. And sometimes a pipe gets clogged, and then you have suffering, disease in that area. And Himalayan Kriya Yoga and its various techniques have a way of unblocking these pipes to let energy or prana flow through you. In Ayurveda, they talk about disease, pain, and mental suffering, emotional suffering, being the result of your energy channels being blocked and energy stagnating and not being able to flow into an area. And they call this toxic buildup of stagnant energy, ama. And so when you have ama in a particular part of your body, it means energy is not flowing there, it's stuck, and it starts to stagnate. It's no longer vibrant. So what Himalayan Kriya Yoga does is it removes these toxic spaces in your body so that the cells in that body can get the prana that they need in order to function 100%. And when we talk about the chakras themselves and these vital intersections of energy distributed in different sections of you, then we're not only talking about the health of your cells, we're talking also about your mental patterns, your emotional fitness, as well as that of the different parts of your physical body. So now, let's talk about how energy, when it's free, is able to make you a better person, because blockages make you believe that something that is not real is real. And when you unclog those pipes, your whole reality changes. Because we're not only talking about how you process information or what emotions that you're working with to react to the information you're processing, but we're also talking about your karma. And if you're in a better energetic state, the karma that you generate is also better. And if your frequency is high enough, you no longer generate karma at all. So that means that you are liberated and free from suffering itself. So now let's talk about how Himalayan Kriya Yoga affects your mind and improves it. All of the head kriyas that you're going to learn in this course have this beautiful impact on the brain called full brain activation. You're activating not only the energy channels in your brain, but you're stimulating your central nervous system to fire in such a profound way that it balances the hormones that your pituitary gland produces. So there are 4 hormones that your pituitary gland produces that is essential for your healthy experience of reality. And these 4 are serotonin, melatonin, dopamine, and endorphin. So first, let's talk about serotonin and melatonin and their significance in our journey. So serotonin is that hormone that wakes you up in the morning, keeps you alert and positive, without which you will get depressed. That's why when the sun, and you usually get serotonin from sunshine. So what happens in the countries where in winter the sun hardly shines is people get depressed and suicide rates are high. So they make this artificial light that you have to stand under so your body can make serotonin that mimics the sun. Fortunately, Kriya can help your brain manufacture that chemical even if sunlight is very difficult for you to access. Okay? And so serotonin, again, keeps you alert, awake, positive. Its counterbalance is melatonin. So melatonin relaxes you, calms you down, allows your body to rest and digest, and makes you sleep at night, without which you would have insomnia. What happens to most people is they take lots of coffee, and this kind of disengages their melatonin creation, and then the high levels of stress, their brain doesn't make this chemical anymore, and they can't sleep at night. Fortunately, Himalayan Kriya Yoga again works with the brain to be able to produce this chemical with your pituitary gland, so that you can sleep at night and you can be relaxed. So serotonin and melatonin are like the tag team wrestlers of your alertness, well-being, calmness, ability to relax, ability to see the positive side of life, ability for your brain to be still and calm. Okay, so they're beautiful when they're being secreted at the right amounts. Next, we have dopamine and endorphin. So dopamine and endorphin are important for your brain to be able to feel good. And that's why we exercise, we move our body, we do a lot of dynamic movements to secrete endorphins, and endorphins are the feel-good chemical. And you get the same feel-good chemical from chocolate. Yeah, chocolate gives you this feel. You don't need to have a bar of chocolate and gain calories to produce endorphins. You can just do a dynamic movement. Okay? Or you can use the head kriyas to allow your brain to secrete this beautiful chemical. It's the feel-good chemical. Okay? You can make it for free. You don't need to go to 7-Eleven to get your dose of endorphin. Okay? Okay, then we have dopamine. Dopamine is again an essential brain chemical. It helps us to get into the meditative states. And it's this chemical that's one of those chemicals that mind-altering psychedelic substances sometimes are able to give us in order for us to achieve higher states of awareness. Well, what if I told you that your brain can create those chemicals on its own? And aside from dopamine, another important chemical that so many people are on about now, but you can make it on your own for free, DMT. So DMT found in ayahuasca and iboga and all these things. Your brain makes it in your pineal gland. If you are able to decalcify your pineal gland from all the modern day toxic chemicals that are blocking it up, your brain produces DMT, and you can have altered states of consciousness without having to resort to any of these drugs. When you do Himalayan Kriya Yoga, you'll realize, oh my God, it's like I'm high, but I didn't take anything. Yeah, because your brain chemicals are firing properly. And maybe that's your natural state, that you don't need to artificially go there. You can do it on your own for free, without any mind-altering chemicals, without any kind of addictive mentality to always chase these things. You can do it for free on your own. By doing the head kriyas that Himalayan Kriya Yoga gives us, we're able to balance our brain chemicals, allow things to fire at the right time. You're always happy, healthy, sane, even if events happen to you in your life that other people would break, you will not break, because your brain will be so balanced. You'll be grounded. You'll be able to respond appropriately with a positive attitude. And because of this, the consequences of your actions will be so much better and beautiful. You'll be in such a good place, regardless of what's happening around you. Now let's talk about how the body stores emotion in different areas. And Himalayan Kriya Yoga is helpful to remove these emotions from you. And to understand that, let's talk about how the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system work in coordination with your limbic system. And your bodily awareness is affected by your mind. It's starting to become more and more evident to modern day science that the way we hold our body is a reflection of the way our brain processes experience. So much so now that they're looking at how our body and the way we hold it and the way the brain relates to different parts of the body can be affected by the emotions that you go through when you process experience. For example, how do you hold your chest when you just broke up with someone? Like this? Well, if they were a jerk, probably, but most of the time, it would be like this. Okay? Why? Why are we holding our body this way? Because our heart wants to close because of the pain. And if you had a lot of experiences that made your heart impact that way, then eventually your posture would be like this. So what I'm trying to say is we hold emotion in different parts of our body. Grief, the emotion of heartbreak, is held here. But so is love. So we have positive emotions in our body, we have negative emotions. It's the negative emotions that we want to remove because they are hurting us. Imagine if you held your body this way for the next 20 years. How do you think your neck would feel? How much circulation do you think you're getting in this area? So you can see now the effect of emotion, not only on your mental, psychological state, but on your physical state as well. Okay? You hold your body like this long enough, you think the organs in your body are able to really get enough blood flow in them? Think about it. What are the consequences of holding your body that way? Poor health. Okay? In alternative medicine, again, toxins in the body is a result of lack of flow. And these toxins are sometimes related to psycho-emotional causes. Betrayal, abandonment, anger, victim mentality, grief, responsibility drama, your ability to be yourself, your ability to move forward in this lifetime. So many things, self-acceptance, so many places of the body where all of this is linked. And let's say you have a problem with accepting your sexuality. You think it's bad or dirty. You think you'll be able to have children easily? Think about it. Yeah? So what does Kriya do again? Kriya is able to remove these negative emotions from our body that are hurting us. I always have pain on the right side of my rib cage. That's where your liver is. That's where your anger is stored. Okay? So, again, Kriya, especially the tapping bits, are able to remove excess emotion from your body. And when these things are gone, things that used to trigger you won't trigger you anymore. You can go through a situation and see clearly without the emotional discoloration and be able to respond in a better way and not throw your toys out of the pram because you think someone is hurting you, when actually maybe they just want to help you out, but you don't see that because of your emotional state. Okay, we're not able to see reason. So at least, fortunately for us, Kriya has come our way. And we have a way to clear these emotions. And if you do enough clearing, they're not going to come back. And you will be brand new. So, and in a nutshell, what does Himalayan Kriya Yoga do for us? It changes our attitude So when your brain chemicals are firing properly, when your energy channels are unblocked, when all the negative emotions are pulled out of your body for good, the way you see the world, the way you respond to the world changes. Your attitude of life itself completely shifts for the better. And when you change your attitude, you actually change what you attract in life. So your attitude changes and your life changes. You are no longer the same suffering person you were. You are completely transformed, just like a butterfly that's come out of the cocoon. The worm has become a butterfly. The caterpillar has become a butterfly now. Completely different experience of the world, right? From crawling to flying. So change your attitude, change your life. Remember, nature is the mirror for us to see our soul. And when you are able to be so in touch with the light that is you, what nature brings back to you is beautiful, abundant, safe, powerful, loving. This becomes your new experience of the world.